Hello everybody and welcome back to another one-off model airport update, this one of San Bernardino Airport in San Bernardino, California. Once again, I have a special guest with me. Alex, please say hello.
Hello.
So, my one question, as I have said to every single guest that has joined me, why did you choose this airport as your one-off model airport?
Because San Bernardino is fun to say.
Agreed. This is also a very unique airport for me to do. I know I've done a lot of SoCal, like the last 3 of them were in SoCal, but we'll do another one in SoCal, why not? So San Bernardino is unique, however, because this is a cargo airport. Here's kind of my setup. We got this is the cargo terminal, and then there's the passenger terminal. There are 3 gates, but I only have 1 represented here because I only get 1 airline. And I'll get back to that later. But we will now get into the update, and it will be definitely an interesting one, as I've never done a cargo airport before, but it'll be fun. So we'll get into the update starting right now.
Alright. Our first aircraft is this FedEx MD-11, filling in for a 757. It's currently taxiing in after arriving from Fresno, and it'll later be heading out to the Memphis Super Hub.
And our second aircraft, and our second cargo aircraft, is this UPS 767-300. This one arrived in from Honolulu, and will later today be heading out to Louisville, or UPS Worldport.
Here is an ASL Belgium 757-200 representing an ABX Air 767-200. This aircraft came in from Denver and will be heading back out there.
And finally, for the cargo aircraft, here is the Prime Air 767-300. This one is operated by ATI. And this one came in from St. Louis, and it will be heading out to Charlotte. So really interesting to see all these cargo services here. Of course, there is a lot more in real life. This is just as much as I was able to put in here, and of course this Prime Air 767 really isn't realistic in the slightest, but still really fun to do a kind of a cargo-centered airport, even though it's not really that realistic considering the aircraft that I have here. I'm not also quite sure where all these aircraft park. I just kind of have them around this building that looks like the cargo terminal from Google Earth, on which I looked at it, but there really wasn't too much information on where these planes parked, but I have them all here, and it was a little bit fun to do the more of a cargo airport, which I normally don't do.
Our final aircraft is a Breeze E195 on its inaugural flight from San Francisco.
Yes, very interesting here. Breeze just started service to San Bernardino. This is the inaugural flight that took place on Thursday, August 4th. As you can see, I have it representing the water cannon salute, which is awesome to see here. So yeah, Breeze just started service here to San Bernardino from San Francisco. Very interesting. Breeze is doing a lot of expansions right now. I don't know if that's a word, expansions, but we'll stick with it. But it's a very unusual flight, not one that a lot of people were expecting here to San Bernardino. But good to see here that San Bernardino is getting some commercial service, even if it is only 1 flight a day. Still good to see here, and I'm glad to welcome Breeze here to San Bernardino with the first San Bernardino airport update on YouTube, I believe, at least. Really awesome to see. Maybe they're doing a bit too much expanding, as we've seen Breeze also pull out of a lot of markets, like the entirety of Oklahoma. But at least we're hoping that this flight does well, and their future expansions do well, as this one was quite an unusual one to see. But it's good to see that Breeze continues expanding, and hopefully they will continue in the future. So that'll do it for this one-off airport update of San Bernardino. It was a very interesting airport here, and glad to see Breeze starting service here. I've mentioned that plenty of times, but it still is really cool to see here. And thank you, Alex, once again for joining me in this update.
Thank you for inviting me. It was fun.
I'll take it. And that's what I'll leave you guys for this update. Thank you all for joining once again, and I'll see you tomorrow as always. Good night. Auf Wiedersehen.